Hello, everybody. Look at these squiggle lines. I am calling them that for the moment because a very good friend and colleague kept referring to them. Oh, I love those squiggle lines. I love those squiggle lines. So I thought it was time to reintroduce you to the squiggle lines, also known as angelic sigils, also known as light language in this reality. So these debuted on, I'm just refreshing my browser here. These debuted in the Angel Chatter Oracle deck. And this deck came out, I forget, we're on the 3rd edition now. So if you know a publishing house that wants to pick these babies up, they have standing power. So it's very exciting, the sigils. So let's look at them a little at a time. Oh, let's see what else we have. Oh, we have Thuriel. We have Michael. I don't think he's debuted here yet. Uriel. There are 14 angels in this deck, so I'm not going to take them all out and show you, but let us talk about them. Initially, so this is the reason the deck came out. When the gang, as I called the angels back then, said, you're going to make your own deck, I laughed at them. Well, you see who won. And because it was simplicity at mine. So if you're into oracle cards, I'm going to guess that they are gorgeous. They're beautifully illustrated. They're all the things. And the gang said, it's because of their illustration that our message is getting diluted. I'm like, okay. Because by that time I was doing readings and my clients were all about, oh, well, what does this mean in the image? What does that mean? So I understood what they were saying. So I channeled the deck and the entire guidebook in 2 weeks. Hello, Regina. And about a year later, simplicity was born. Every card, you will notice, has an abstract rose. That's really not a part of the squiggly lines. Hey, Natanya. But the squiggly lines came to be. It was very clear. They all started at a circle. They all end at a line, and they can all be drawn in one motion. Okay, circle, line, straight line. Circle, line, straight line. Circle, whoops, where are you? Circle, line, straight line. You're babysitting your father-in-law. Hey, Papa. Circle, line, straight line. Michael's already done. Uriel. Circle, line, straight line. And I'll continue. This is the entire deck. Circle, line, straight line. And it wasn't until we were doing metaphysical shows that I realized they had power, because people would come to our booth and they would go, oh, what card am I holding? And they would go, oh, I'm sensing Jophiel. And I would be watching this and I would go, oh, that was weird. And I would see it happen more and more. And then there would be Jophiel. I'm like, oh. So then a woman I was associated with at the time, colleague, she said, oh, these are sigils, as Natanya just shared, S-I-G-I-L-S. Hey, Barbara. And sigils are a powerful symbol. So if you think of a stop sign, it suggests that you stop. It's debatable whether you do or not. But a sigil will strengthen your connection to whatever the energy is. Now within the deck, hey Shay, you'll see we have 2 Jophiel cards. One is radiance, one is laugh. Same angel, so same sigil. That's why one of the reasons this deck, the Angel Chatter Oracle deck, is so powerful. And then So much happened. Then they debuted the labels of our aromatherapy. So here we have Gabriel and we have Raphael. And you'll see, of course, different angel, different sigil. So these little squiggly lines now are on many of our products, and it's grown. So I now currently have 19 angels in the aromatherapy. We added Azrael, Ariel, and Jeremiah. Yeah, those three. And then, of course, some of the goddesses came along. So here, as an example, is Mary Magdalene. You may have seen her necklace on my website. So all of these products with these squiggly lines are now powerful things, because not only are they adorned with Gabriel's sigil in this case, but the product itself then has kosher soy wax, pure essential oils, candles, the whole bit. So these little squiggly lines, these sigils, are a physical enlightenment of light language, which is one of the things I channel. So, excuse me. So a light language could sound something like this. They are going to do something very quickly to raise the vibration of humanity worldwide. Also, it wasn't complete, but that is the extent. Hey, Cynthia. So this is why these little squiggly lines are indeed light language. You can't understand light language auditorially easily. You can feel it, you can sense it, you receive it. Just as the sigils, they're not easily translatable unless you are gifted and can read light language. So these little squiggly lines is why they exist, which is why the deck is so powerful. So even with the Mary Magdalene deck, the Empowered Heart, you'll see her sigil clearly on this label, but if you look beneath the words on the card, there is her sigil, which is also why her deck is so powerful, because the entire deck then is infused with her energy, just as her sacred anointing oil would be, just as her candle would be. So these sigils, and I can't say everybody can do them. There are certainly, just like everybody has a gift, this happens to be one of my gifts, that I channeled these light language items, articles, letters, words, names, all of the above, to help you. So I wanted to address that. If you are curious about the card deck, angelchatter.com will be for both of the decks. Also, so that is, we went from 12 to yesterday. There was so much love for the special, the 11/11 special I had, that we end up having technical difficulties. It's a rather cool thing. So we decided to run it one more day. It will end officially at midnight tonight, technology withstanding or not. Hello, Lynn. So if you weren't able to take advantage of the 11/11 special yesterday, one private session for $111. Today's the last day ever, because I realize even when you do, if you booked 3 sessions with me at this expo this weekend in New England, it would still be $180 because it's $60 for 20 minutes at the show. This is the least expensive way to have access to me in a one-on-one session. So the link is in the description. We have extended the 11/11 special. It's still 11/11, not 11/12. It's 11/11, and the investment is $111. So does anybody have any questions on the squiggly lines? Hello, Vavuna. And who else did I see? Come on. So I saw somebody else that I missed. I apologize. I think Regina. So hello, everybody. Welcome. So that is a little bit of my tutorial with the squiggly lines. If they really resonate with you, and the angels are beckoning you, I would also invite you to go to angelchatteracademy.com and look up the BU program, because within that program, we go over all the angels that are in this deck and beyond. We talk about, Azrael now has a bonus module, and all of these bonuses are there for you, and you're in it for lifetime. And we get to talk about the sigils a whole lot more in depth. You want to share? Okay. So the essence of the sigil is that, imagine this is you. So Jophiel oversees your solar plexus, your place of power. We all want to be empowered. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. We all want to feel our power. We all want to share our magic, but it can be scary. It can be intimidating. So Jophiel comes forward and she reminds you, it's okay. I got your back. You are more powerful in your joy, period. So if you remember, they start at the circle. This would be you. The line up and down. So your joy is a bit behind you. That's okay. She's going to come in through the back door, rise it up through the sacral, and hit you right at that solar plexus. Feel that joy. Feel that like that yellow calcite, that really soft joy energy come forward. Then it doesn't shoot up. It gently goes up way above your crown chakra. And then it sinks down below your feet. So then you become more grounded in joy. That's one example. Here we have Camuel, the angel of self-love. You are not here in this scenario, but look at Camuel's sigil upside down. It looks like a heart, right? Hey, Neo. But this is the correct way. Remember, it starts up here at the circle and ends at the line. So we have this heart that is opened. Camuel oversees your heart chakra and is all about loving self, honoring self, your boundaries, what you're available for, pampering, self-love, all the things that reminds you of who you are. It's kind of hard to do if your heart's closed. You're shut off. So with the heart more opened, you are reminded, lovingly, gently reminded, to honor you. That's why rose quartz is the premier stone of self-love, and Camuel's crystal of choice. Hi, Len. And one more. Okay. I will be doing a card pull. Just a minute, honey. I will put you down first since you asked already. Last one. Big Mike's in the house, right? He's the warrior. He's the angel of protection. Remember, it starts here at the circle, can be drawn in one motion, and ends at the line. Michael is the warrior. He's often, in fact, I can't recall any drawing, picture, sculpture where he is not holding a sword. So his sigil will be a sword, but is easily drawn. It's why it's on, well, no, this is Raphael's. You'll see the sigil. This is Mary Magdalene's. You'll see the sigil. This is Gabriel's. You'll see the sigil up top. That's why these products are so powerful. Thank you, Neo. Natanya, I got you down, honey. And Neo, I got you too. So this is why this deck and everything that we have created has this power. Shay, I got you, honey. This is the power of the sigils. This is why these cards are, I'm going to say, benign in their illustrative beauty, because they're standing on their own power. Pretty powerful, huh? So this is why these little squiggly lines aren't so squiggly. They're powerful. And it was one of those human things that I'm like, oh crap, I'm making these things up. You know, the human. And then I realized that I didn't, because if I made them up, they would be round, they'd be soft. So if you looked at these sigils, you'll notice they're very, I don't think of the Jophiel, very angular. Right, there's a new one. Ariel, the lunar angel. Uriel, angel of safety. Haniel, angel of manifestation. Creating what your heart desires, not what you think you desire. And there's Raphael. They're angular. And then when I learned that, I'm like, oh, that's not me, because me would have put in some loops and curls and all of those things. Cynthia, I got you. So that was comforting to me that I channeled them. Because, you know, I didn't want my ego to get in the way here. And Natania mentioned it. She draws the sigils in the air. It's a perfect thing. You always start at the circle limb. I love to paint. I'm not artistic painting. Like, don't give me a canvas and paint. I'll paint walls. I shift energy. But if I haven't painted down here, but if you look at that ball color, I would paint Michael's sigil in that color 3 times. And as I painted it in that color, I would say, Michael, thank you for protecting all who enter this space 3 times. I have painted our offices, Metatrons in each office. Thank you for reminding us to stay on our soul's path. In our bedrooms, Shamael, thank you that all may rest harmoniously when they enter this room. Depends what the room is, what the room's purpose is. Jophiel is in the kitchen. Thank you for all who enter this space, remain in their joy. These are the things you can do outside just using them in the cards or the products. You can draw them in the air and walk through it. Embody whatever angel's sigil you just drew. So all of these sigils can be used in so many ways. So I'm going to spritz a little bit of Raphael and send it on to you for that healing on the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So those, my loves, are the sigils. They are, these particular sigils are exclusive to me. I am not the only person in the world that has ever come up with sigils. I am not that egocentric to think that I am that special. See, walking through Michael's protection. We're leaving tomorrow to head to Massachusetts. So if you're in the New England area, come see us. We'll be at the Natural Living Expo in Marlborough, Massachusetts. But I'm putting Michael, hey Amy, I'm putting Michael in the car with his sigil. Michael, thank you for protecting us as we travel. Michael, thank you for protecting all who are in this car. Everything, because the car is loaded with our products. Thank you for protecting everything that is in this car. That's why the sigils are so powerful. It makes your life so much easier. I've done healings on people by drawing Raphael's sigil and letting him take over. The squiggly lines, they're pretty powerful. They're pretty powerful. So does anybody have any more questions on the sigils as light language, as squiggly lines? What else they could be used for? Ask away. I'm going to take a sip of water. And if not, I will start doing 1-card readings. Hi, Linda. Okay, Lynn. Nobody asked. Hello, Rainy. See, I remembered. I invite all who just showed up to go back and watch the first 20 minutes of the recording where I really talk about the sigils that debuted within the Angel Chatter Oracle deck and why they are so powerful. It's educational. And if you haven't seen the post, due to all of the love that we got from so many of you, we had a little technical difficulty yesterday. And the 11/11 special for one private session of $111 has been extended until midnight tonight. And this will be the lowest price you'll ever have access to me. Because the prices will go back up to $222 tomorrow. Excuse me. And come January, they will be at $333. And if you missed it yesterday, I don't know how this is going to happen, but they they gave me a reading that this time next year they'll be over $1,000 for one session. So you have been forewarned. Now is the time to have your private session with me. Okay.